Alright guys, we are back for another Dragon Ball Super review. This time we are on episode 21, so let's get right into it. So the Frieza Force has arrived. They are here, 1,000 soldiers pouring out of Frieza's ship. How they all fit in one ship, I don't really know, and I don't really think I want to know. But anyway, as they're all coming out and looking intimidating as hell with Frieza in his little hover chair, he's a lazy piece of shit, can't even fly with everyone else, he has to have his own little chair. The Z fighters are like, it's a lot of people, so we're gonna have to take like maybe 106 each since there's only 5 of us here. Majin Buu has apparently fallen asleep, and no matter what they did, they could not wake that son of a bitch up. So, get used to that. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. But Master Roshi looks at Gohan and he's like, Gohan, you look like you haven't been training, or are you gonna be okay? And he's like, yeah, don't worry, I can definitely still go Super Saiyan when I want to, maybe. And just as he says that, Frieza approaches everyone. He's checking out the Z fighters, and he recognizes a couple of people, and he points to Krillin. He's like, oh, I remember killing you on Namek, so I guess your Dragon Balls can revive the powerful and the pathetic. And, Krillin seeing Frieza, he's having all kinds of PTSD, which you really can't blame him, because he did get killed by this bastard last time. I stand corrected, not the last time he saw him, but he was killed by this son of a bitch either way, and not in a very nice way either. Lifted into this air and then just blown to pieces, just not very fun. So after Frieza is done saying that, he unleashes the Frieza Force on them, and the Z fighters move in, with Roshi saying we have to take 106 each. So they're duking it out. No, I'm sorry, not 106 each, like 206 each or something like that, or 176, something like that, somewhere along those lines. And as they're fighting, Frieza's watching and he recognizes Gohan. He's like, oh, that's that little brat that was on Namek, Goku's son. And he sees that Gohan has inherited Goku's softness, because even though Gohan could kill all of the Frieza soldiers no problem, he's deliberately holding himself back to only knock them out. And Frieza gets a little pissed off at this because, Gohan's just reminding him of the dude that killed him. And then he looks over and he sees Krillin's off on his own. And he yells out to his forces, anyone who can kill the little bald one will get any planet they desire. So, of course, a whole gaggle of Frieza soldiers just goes after Krillin, and he gets surrounded. All the other Z fighters are yelling at him to get away, run away. But he's just surrounded. But before anything can happen there, we cut over to Beerus's world, where Goku and Vegeta have just finished their training under Whis, not fully completed their training, but they've completed training for the day. And Beerus is like, you two have gotten quite a bit stronger since last time I saw you, so how about a fight? But they're both like, no, we're not on that level yet. Although Goku was doing not bad as a Super Saiyan God, so I'd just really like to see a rematch between them. A full-on, just no bars hold it rematch. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, so Beerus gets annoyed that they're not progressing fast enough, so he tells Whis to send them you-know-where. Whis is like, I don't really think they're ready for that. And Beerus is like, it wasn't a request, it was an order. So Whis is like, okay, whatever. And he sends his staff into the air, and before Goku and Vegeta know it, they're just sucked into another dimension. But before we get any details on what's going on over there, we cut back to Earth where Frieza, where Krillin is surrounded, and he's just shaking. He's like, I can't do this. There's no way. I'm too scared right now. And one of the Frieza soldiers goes to attack him, but he easily dodges it. Goes to attack him again, easily dodges it. Dodge. So Krillin's like, what's going on? Why am I able to dodge this dude so easily? So Roshi yells over to him, Krillin, you were there against Frieza the first time. You were there against Cell. You were there against Buu. You were there against Beerus. You've had the front row seat to the greatest fights in history. These chumps are nothing compared to you. So don't worry, just believe in yourself. And Krillin's like, yeah, you're right. And he just starts demolishing the Frieza Force, which is really cool to see Krillin actually be able to fight people. Because Krillin is no weakling. He's really not. But compared to the main bad guys, he is nothing. I have to admit that. But against these fodder soldiers, he can knock them out left and right, no problem. It's just awesome seeing him get some shine. In fact, everyone gets some shine. Roshi busts out his signature Kamehameha Piccolo busts out his special beam cannon. Tien busts out his tri-beam. Gohan could have busted out the Masenko or something like that, but instead he just pulls a Vegeta and fires a whole bunch of energy blasts. So Frieza's watching this from afar, and he's like, so this is really what my forces deteriorated into. Sorbet, do you know why I have commanders? So I know who to kill first. So, obviously threatened by this, Sorbet's like, alright, Sasami, you get in there. And Sasami is this big, red, minotaur-looking dude. He goes in, and Sorbet saying, he's our strongest fighter. He'll be able to take these guys out, no problem. But Taguma gives him this look. You know, Sorbet's back to him, so he doesn't see it, but he gives him this look. And Sasami goes up and like squares up, and Gohan's like, alright, I'll take you on. And they go to fight, and Taguma gets him in this bear hug. Or not Taguma, I'm sorry, Sasami, the big red bull dude, gets Gohan in this bear hug. But before Sasami can finish him off, a ball of energy shoots into his back and kills him, and actually hits Gohan too. They both fall to the ground, and everyone turns around, and Taguma shot Sasami through the back and got Gohan. And Sorbet's like, what did you just do? And Taguma's like, look, I just spent 4 months as Frieza's training partner, aka his punching bag, and he had to crawl to a rejuvenation chamber every single time he got beaten to near death. So after all that time, every time he got put back together, the machine put him back together even stronger. So now, Taguma is even leaps and bounds above what even the Ginyu Force used to be. And they used to be Frieza's top of the top soldiers. And so he flies over to the Z Fighters. He's like, I'm going to prove my loyalty to Lord Frieza, and I'm going to kill every last one of you. Every last one of you who opposes my lord dies. And that's when he actually mentions that I'm far superior to even what the Ginyu Force used to be. And just as he mentions that, they see a very peculiar frog on Frieza's spaceship. We had seen it earlier in the episode, and it was kind of hopping its way towards the battlefield. And if you know what frog I'm talking about, then you know what's about to happen. One thing I want to add really quick at the end of this, I forgot to put it in during my initial recording, so I had to go back and just edit this in really quick. Not too big of a deal. But at the very end of the episode, when Taguma powers up, Goten and Trunks sense it. They're like, whoa, there was a really huge increase in power from someone we don't recognize. Although how they didn't sense the 1,000 other people and Frieza, I just really don't understand that. Maybe they have really bad key sensing abilities, since they really haven't had to do anything recently. But Trunks is like, come on, we're missing something really cool, we have to go. So they fly off, and then we see the frog and all that, with Taguma saying, I'm leaps and bounds above what the Ginyu Force used to be. And we see the frog, and that's where the episode ends. So I just had to throw that in really quick. So yeah, that's where the episode ends. Overall, this was an okay episode. Actually, more than okay, it was a pretty good episode. We got to see the side characters actually do stuff. Krillin, Roshi, Piccolo, Gohan, Tien, they all actually got in there and fought. Even Jocko did a little fighting. Not too much, but he knocked out like 1 or 2 dudes. So, we got plenty of action. We got comedy with Whis and Beerus and Goku and Vegeta and all that. It was overall a pretty good episode. The voicing was pretty good. The only thing that annoyed me, Majin Buu falling asleep. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. But anyway, so I will see you all next time for my review of Dragon Ball Super. Thank you all for watching.